So I'm going to give you some examples of, from my own classroom, some culturally responsive instruction in practice. And again, this is just an introduction, but we can definitely talk a little bit more about these examples when we do questions and answers. So how does the theory of culturally relevant pedagogy, and that comes from Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings, she's very particular about that, and you'll see why, but how does it apply in the classroom? So Dr. Ladson-Billings says that there's got to really be three parts, right? This triangle. The first is academic achievement. And so in our context, that's the musical concepts and skills, knowledge about people, places, and things. That's the what and the how of teaching. Another part of that is the cultural competence. So how are we affirming and celebrating our students' cultures while also helping them to gain fluency in at least one other? This is that identity of self and others piece. And then the final part is the social political consciousness. So how are we applying this knowledge to real world issues and contexts having to do with society, power, equity, and oppression? And there's lots of different ways that this can look, but really all three parts need to be together and because they work in tandem, really. From Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings. So here's a couple of things. So the planning process is really important when we're thinking about backwards mapping from what are the main objective that I want to plan and how am I going to go backwards. So choosing a standard and then identifying what is the real reason why folks in the real world engage with this thing. This helps us to shift away from just trying to teach skills only, which is not as robust, and shift us more towards really making the learning authentic and real world relevant, for our students.